What is happening? I'm N64 Josh, and this is another content creation tips. I'm trying to put these things out daily for you, so make sure to stay up to date by checking out the playlist for content creation tips. Today, I'm recording this live, twitch.tv/N64Josh if you want to come check out a live stream. And today we're going to be talking all about the power of the podcast. Now, before I get too far into this, I want to let you guys know the company that I use for putting out all my shows is Podbean. And if you go to podbean.com/NPC, that's my affiliate link, you can sign up. You can sign up for free and you get up to 6 hours of putting up your own show. You get 6 hours for putting up your own show, so you can do 6 1-hour episodes, 12 half-hour episodes, however you want to do it. After that, if you want to pay monthly, it's $15 a month. For unlimited. That means you could put up as many shows as long as you want, every day, multiple times a day. It's completely up to you. Why Podbean? For me, I've used a number of services. I like these guys the best. They have always been on top of any issues, which are very few and far between, and they put your show everywhere, which other companies do as well. But when I upload to Podbean, it's going to Spotify, it's going to iTunes, it's going to Google Play. Now keep in mind, you can't upload to Spotify unless you are paying, so just keep that in mind. So I don't put any of my podcasts on SoundCloud myself. You could also put them there, but this will also go out to Stitcher, Podcatcher. For some of them, you do need to take your RSS feed, which if you get into the back end of Podbean, you'll see where all that is, and you can upload it. But and maybe if people are interested in that or confused by it, I could do another video. Just let me know in the comments below. So again, if you want to check out Podbean for your own podcast, podbean.com/NPC, because the Nintendo Powercast is my podcast. So go, get your show started. Go, use your 6 hours, all right? Why a podcast? It's shareable content that can reach a very busy audience, right? Why did I start listening to podcasts? Because I was at work and I wanted to hear people talking about video games. And if I tried to put on YouTube videos, my battery would go dead very quickly. And so podcasts were just the obvious choice for me. I've spent so many hours learning through podcasts, and just consuming the majority of the content I consume is through audio. So that's why you want to have a podcast. I mean, look, Nintendo has a podcast, right? Major game studios, Bungie has a podcast. They may not always be uploading, but they are huge opportunities for you to get in front of the audience you're trying to reach. And if they're commuting, they're going to the gym, they're at work, it allows your content to be consumed when they maybe can't make it to a live stream. They don't watch a lot of YouTube videos. This is my demographic. This is me. I don't watch videos. I don't watch streams. I listen, right? I consume my books through listening and would get my gaming news or talking the games I was interested in through podcasts. So you want one. You want to make sure you have one. Okay, the majority of my growth on Twitch, YouTube, everywhere is from my podcast. Most people will say, I found you through podcast. Discord, multiple podcasts is what grew the community in my Discord. Some people come in from Twitch. I mean, you can be found other places, but the majority of people finding me is through my podcast. Now, my podcast has been very keyword rich, and I want you to really pay attention to this. Do not just start a podcast and say, hey, we're the Game Podcast. Here's episode 1. Here's episode 2, because nobody will ever find you ever. Please understand, nobody will find you. All right. You need to title all your stuff. My podcast, the Nintendo Powercast. Nobody's ever looked for Nintendo Powercast, right? They're going to look for Nintendo Power Magazine, and then Nintendo comes along, makes their podcast, call it the Nintendo Power Podcast, 3 separate words. Maybe I did luck out when they first came out. They weren't in the algorithm yet, And so a lot of people found my show. My downloads went through the roof. But I've since changed my title to Nintendo Powercast, a Nintendo podcast, right? And now if you Google Nintendo Podcast, guess who's at the top? At least I was at one time. I don't know if I'm there at this very moment, but at one time I was there. You look up Nintendo on anything iTunes related, Spotify, you're going to see the Nintendo Powercast. And that was very, very, I wanted to make sure that was going to happen because I want to reach the Nintendo audience. So your title of your show and the title of your episodes, make them keyword rich. The news for this week, Animal Crossing has an update. Pokemon has an update. So guess what? The title of my episode tomorrow is going to be Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC, because there's news for it on the 2nd, and Animal Crossing updates. Those are 2 things, followed by Nintendo podcasts, so that I can pick up all those keywords. That's what I want to encourage you to do. Don't put out an episode and say episode 1. Because unless somebody is searching for a Star Wars podcast called Episode 1, nobody's going to find you. Ever. Okay? So don't be lazy when you title your stuff. Majority of my growth has been through my podcast. All right? It brings new people to Twitch. Why is this important? Because a lot of times on Twitch, people are just, I hate to say this because they're people, but they're kind of recycled. They go from one streamer to another streamer. They get somebody raids. Right? They're not introducing you're not bringing anybody new. And so they may be interested in watching other streamers more than you. So if you are introducing them to Twitch because of your podcast, they're more likely to be loyal and want to be in the majority of your streams if they are able to make it. Okay? So it's a good thing. It's a good thing because we want to continue bringing more and more people to Twitch, especially if you're viewing this as a business and Twitch is one of your revenue streams. You want to be bringing new people in that can be supporting you that way. It's important. All right. Speaking of Twitch, shows can be created on Twitch and uploaded as a video and in audio form. So if, let's say you're like, I only have a phone. Okay, fine. You only have your phone for making content. Go on Twitch, upload the video, make your show, make your podcast with your phone. Just talking to your phone. There you go. You've got your content out there on Twitch. Now, this is going to be a little bit of work, but if it's all you got, it's fine. You've been live on Twitch. You can then upload that stream or the highlight of that stream to YouTube. You can do one more step here, okay? If you really don't have the tools, you can then screen record that episode and upload it to a website. It's called aphonic.com. All right? Aphonic.com. I'll get the spelling for you right here. It's AUPHONIC.com. All right. From there, you upload your video, and it's going to spit out your video again, and as an MP4, and it'll also spit out the MP3. You can then take that MP3, take it to Podbean, and upload it there, and they will then put it out on all of your platforms. Okay. You can also record if you're doing just audio, you can go live on Podbean. You can also record your podcast right into your phone, and just have your audio go up that way. And they will put the audio version up on YouTube for you if you don't have the means of getting video up there. So there's really no excuse to not get content out there. There's so many ways that it's been made so easy, and you can do all of it directly from your phone. So the other thing you could do is take your audio podcast, take that audio, and if you have a way to record gameplay, just put your audio right over gameplay. You see a lot of big Nintendo outlets like GameXplain, right? The majority of their videos are just them talking over gameplay. So you can put your podcast over gameplay And again, a lot of it could be done from your phone, depending on, you know, how, like, you could if you're streaming on Twitch, you could clip or download some of those highlights. You could screen record and then add audio after the fact if you wanted to. Of course, you can do this all on a PC or Mac or whatever you use. But there's lots of ways for you to maximize your content to get it out to as many people as possible. And that's really the point of the podcast. It just gives you another place to be found. Okay? It gives you another place to be found. And if you're trying to grow a brand based on video games and covering video game news or streaming, or, you know, a particular game, maybe you just want to cover Animal Crossing, or you just want to cover Smash, or you just want to cover Destiny, whatever it is, Fortnite, do it. You'll find an audience. It's how you will grow a community around whatever it is that you're the most passionate about. So put that time in, get yourself a podcast. Again, podbean.com/NPC. That is my affiliate link. Go sign up, get your own show started. Let me know in the comments if you've started your own show. All right, I want to hear about it. Let me know. Maybe even hit me up on Twitter @N64Josh, and I can throw a retweet on it, because I'd love to see you start getting your own show out into the wild. So thank you guys for watching. You've got any content creation questions, let me know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.